Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. Just wanted to do a update on the 125 that I've recently transferred and basically got everything set up in this tank from my 60 that I've shown you some other videos. So not the video I wanted to do today. I was looking into basically getting this tank up and running to where I wanted it, and at this point it's not exactly what I was looking to show you guys, but I did want to give you at least one update on where we're at today. So as far as the tank transfer went, everything pretty much went as smooth as possible. Everything that I had in here, you know, the rocks, the plants, the substrate, you know, everything went pretty smoothly as far as getting it all transferred over here. Didn't have any problems with the fish. I was able to take my heaters out and maintain the totes and get everything pretty much consistent with where it was within the 60. However, I kind of wanted to show you, you know, something that was completely rescaped and a little bit more updated than what we have here. So as far as the rescape goes, I'll show you guys. Showing you a little quick glance at the quarantine tank. Got a couple of Siamese algae eaters that I just woke up. So anyway, getting back to the rescape. So this monstrosity you see down here, my intention was to put this giant piece of driftwood that I've been trying to submerge and trying to get this thing out of here right now. And to be honest with you, it's been about maybe 6 weeks that I've had this thing. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's super buoyant still. It does not want to submerge, and I don't really know what to do with it beyond soaking it in here. If you guys have any advice, I've heard about boiling it and you know, keeping it submerged with I had like that bucket that I was sitting on there trying to keep it under the water. I put scalding hot water in here. I've changed this water out countless times. So any suggestions there, but I did want to put it in the tank and show you kind of a redesign of the tank just to give it a little bit more of an update. So in this video, I'm just going to give you an overview of the tank and stand and the lighting. This basic tank comes with this 125. When I saw this tank in the stand, it was at my local PetSmart, and I saw the big ass tank getting carted in. It kind of drew my attention, and the stand looked totally different than anything I've seen before. It was a little bit more robust and built a little bit more heavy, and it kind of drew my attention. I was kind of curious as to what it was. So looking at it, it had the glass tops, which, you know, the handles aren't, you know, as, you know, sort of fancy as like an Aquarium or something like that, but still super 1/4 inch thick, you know, glass that was on there. And then it had these, you know, slim lights that were on there, which I was looking at, that also were embossed with North American Aquatics. So it had the sticker, you know, like the window sticker, I guess you could say, that was on there, and it said North American Aquatics, you know, the aquarium stand 125, LED lights, and it had 2 hoods and 2 LED lights, so, in the black stand. So I was used to seeing, you know, Aquarium, and I was not familiar at all with North American Aquatics. So I was kind of intrigued by it. So taking a closer look at it, I'll give you guys a look at the stand and the lighting that comes with. So just real quick with the glass tops, it's basically the same 6-foot tank that you're going to see. I mean, honestly, it's exactly like the Aquarium 125. It does have kind of like, in my opinion, the only flaw that I really see is like these cheaper, like kind of like 90-degree handles that are on here. I mean, I haven't had any problems with them, but aesthetically they're not as nice looking as, like, you know, what you would get with the Aquarium. But I mean, you can always upgrade those or whatever you're gonna do, but for my purpose, I mean, I think it looks fine. Just a minor thing, subtle thing that I kind of like. So this piece where you can cut it out, you know, to whatever your preference is for wherever you're gonna put your returns and things like that. I like that this is black. So if you guys have kept tanks before, Obviously your glass, you got to spruce that up and clean it and stuff like that. But as far as this piece of plastic goes, I find that after a period of time, it kind of like gets hazy and kind of looks a little junky, and with the black, any kind of algae or any kind of discoloration and stuff kind of hides it pretty good, and it actually looks a little bit better, looks a little bit more sleek. I got this piece, this is how it looks when you get it, and I got that sitting on there because I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to keep this position of this filter. I got both inputs or outputs rather going in the same direction, so I might switch that up. So for now I kind of just have that sitting in there. That's the Fluval 306 that's sitting right there. So I do like how sleek these are. They kind of blend in with with the trim of the tank, and it's definitely an added bonus with this, and I haven't seen that with any other big box store 125s or anything in that area. As far as the lighting goes, 36-inch LEDs, as I said before, they're extremely well lit. They do have a blue light setting that you can switch on, and looks pretty good. It's not super pronounced, I guess you could say. I'll show you real quick switching that over. It's something you manually switch over, but I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, you could use it for a night setting, or manually switch it on and off. So looking at the doors, they have a different look to them than that like Aquarium particle board. They're much thicker. They definitely have more weight to them, it seems like. And looking inside, I did put some lighting in here that's like cheap Harbor Freight kind of stuff. Plenty of room inside here to put any kind of canister. This is an FX6 that's on there. So on the right side, pretty much the same thing. It's not divided, and I have the the same type of setup in here as well. I did throw those lights on there. These lights stick on there, and you can position these things anywhere you want to kind of give you more lighting or whatever. But they're definitely cheap. They serve the purpose that I need, and allows me to kind of look at I got everything, looks like a spider web back here, but tank's been set up about 3 weeks now, and I'm definitely going to organize this a little bit better. But got the Fluval 306 in place in conjunction with the FX6, but it does not come with these organization boxes or whatever you want to call them. But for a couple bucks more, you can throw these in. It definitely sharpens it up. It's like a gray silver that goes pretty well with the the look of the tank. But it's kind of nice to have something where my dry foods are up here separated. Plenty. I don't even have half these things. My API master kit. Plus, there's room in the back for something that I was able to put, like for your cleaning supplies that are kind of get wet and everything else, just to throw them, kind of hide them back there. And it doesn't come with this stuff. It doesn't come with the organization portion of it. But for a couple bucks more, you can throw these in. It definitely sharpens it up. It's like a gray silver that goes pretty well with the the look of the tank. Overall, I'm very happy with it. As far as the price point goes, I will say this tank, you can get it much cheaper than what I was able to find it. It was 650 bucks, which is kind of a lot for the basic 125 standard issue that you would see at PetSmart. However, I actually walked in there and they were bringing this thing in. I asked some of the sales associates, have they had any experience with this North American Aquatics. The only thing they said was this tank in the stand, they got it on Black Friday. They got one in and it sold like the same day. So I know with more of a sturdy stand, the tank itself is pretty much the same, but I did like the LED lighting. Would have been something I would have upgraded anyway, so I feel like I kind of saved money in that regard. So overall, if you see these things in PetSmart, I would say pick it up, or anywhere else. North American Aquatics. They do have a website. You can you can check into them. Allegedly, they're made in America. There's a place in Corona, California, where they manufacture them, and so far it is holding up pretty good, and pretty happy with it. So stay tuned.